Greetings. Hello. It's so wonderful to see you. Today is all about Krystylle Richardson, one of my dearest friends for years and years. She also has coached me for a while. And if I would have listened to her, it would have been a lot different. But here we are today, and it's all about her. So let's bring her on right now. I'm your host, Angel Marie Monticelli, but it's not about me. It is about Krystylle. So here we go. Hello, Krystylle.
Hey.
Good to see
It's so
you,
funny.
Lady Krystylle Richardson.
Awesome. Thanks for having me on.
You are so welcome. I got your book a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And well, not a long time ago, but yeah, I got your book a long time ago. And, it's such a great read. I already gave it to someone else because that's what I think you should do. Once you read a book, you shouldn't put it on. No, you
Right.
should forward it. So
Right.
please tell us about you. How did we meet, first of all? And what is that connection between us? And then we were at an event. We don't need to say it, but and where are we today?
Yeah. Well, we bring you greetings from Arizona. We met here in Arizona at an event, like you said, and just had where we were both at the conference. And I think it might have been that first time that I met you that I looked over and I was like, well, how are you doing? Like really, and you're always all bubbly and everything. It's like, no, really, like, how are you? And so you pulled me aside and we had a really intimate conversation and have been connected ever since. And I think, sometimes God just gives me that sense that, somebody needs to have that. And I'm not one for like leaving out of a conference when it's going on. Like, you're supposed to be present. But yeah, we left and went to a side room. It just briefly left and went to a side room and really had a really good conversation that I think helped both of us, not just you.
You really did. And, there was something about you when I first met you. As soon as I met you and you said, how are you? A lot of people, and you meet them all the time. I know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And, you even at home, this, and you just go, oh, yeah, I'm fine. It's good and all that. And it was like, I looked in your eyes and I could see you and I could see your love. I could see your kindness, your service. And I knew nothing about you. And I was like, this isn't just a fine. This is something different. And yeah, we went outside and chatted, and I even think I cried a little bit, and because you knew it, you saw me
Right.
instantly.
Yeah.
And you do that. I mean, now it's years later, and all the stuff that you do. I mean, Lady Krystylle, hello. I mean, you are busy. But not too busy for anyone. And I want to make sure I say that because I get that too. Angel, you're so busy and you're all, but I'm never too busy to be here with you right here now.
And even just being here right now, like, we all have our lives and just all of the outpouring. Like, I have a whole schedule today of different people that are going to either have me on their shows or I'll be having them on my link and just for the whole day. And so it's already, I saw you making some comments earlier today when Don Green was on and some of the other ladies and gentlemen. And so it's just been such a blessing. And it's like, guys, you're supposed to be talking about the book. We're not supposed to be talking about me. Like, I have this whole stack of Kleenex because I'm just like boo-hoo. And I wasn't planning on crying. Like, I had no clue you were going to be talking about me. I'm like, we're here to talk about the book. But it's really, really been amazing.
And that's beautiful because the people that we have in our vibrational field are amazing also. And we really are helping each other. And that's what I love more than anything is how this community, your community, my community, we all know each other. I mean, you're on the show with Tamara on Sunday. And then Tamara's my co-host for the next show. And we're going to be on together and you're going to be on that one again.
Right.
Because we support each other.
We definitely do. And so all of this has to do with public speaking, which is the book of the 51 Powerful P's of Public Speaking. And so it doesn't matter if it's a podcast or even a one-on-one conversation like this, or with 100 people, 1,000 people, all of that is considered public speaking. And so, with what you do, one of the things, we talk about in here is the pizzazz and the energy, and you definitely have that. And so, and I do too. And so, like, we go like neck and neck, like running around with the children or with the adults or whoever is there. And even the song, that you do, and the little jingle part that I gave or whatever it was. The shine on
Shake.
shake. Yeah.
You're the one that's the original that came on with the shine on shake.
Right. Yeah. So, and I love to dance. So we've been shaking together, and I've had Angel come right here where I am right now at the Uplift Center and speak to our students from Echelon Leadership Academy, and just to pour into their lives about mindset and energy and their futures. And so, yeah, we've been connected for a bit, Angel.
Oh yeah, like a while. And it's so beautiful because when I asked Crystal, hey, can you do this? She's like, yeah, whatever it is, let me look at my schedule. And I'm the same way. And
Yeah.
it's really wonderful when you have that collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit more about why. Why did you write the book in the first place? What was that inspiration?
Yeah, and that's always a great question for anything, any book or any project, anything that anyone does. Is like, what is the why? And so this is the 51 powerful P's of public speaking. And I've been to and spoken all over the world. I think it's encroaching upon 40 different countries, and hundreds of thousands of people. However, depending on the situation, it doesn't even have to do with like the number of people. It's the same as when I get on a plane. I have some kind of like neurological thing, something that happens sometimes where I can't breathe on the plane. But even if I go from here to San Diego, it's only 45 minutes, and sometimes I can't breathe. But part of it is I just have to have my bag of ice. And so to cool myself down, even to go to San Diego or to go the 20-hour trip. I was just in London in the UK, and I was just in Kenya. So as long as I'm completely frozen, I don't have any issues flying. It's so serious. I have to be completely frozen. And so for public speaking, it's one of those things too, where, people talk about false evidence appearing real, but my definition of fear is fresh energy awaiting reset. FEAR, fresh energy awaiting reset. So with public speaking being one of the main fears that people have, I wanted to provide a guide to help myself and to help other people to not just get over the fear, but to reset that, to have a better way to show up in the world, no matter if you're in a board meeting, in the line at the grocery store, or with someone who wants to be your mate, or if you're on a big stage, or if you're a real estate agent, or if you're a pastor. Like, there's so many ors that this actually covers, that even some that I didn't even think about, that some people said on the launch show this morning. So I'm really, really happy that I was able to put this into the world.
Beautiful. Do you want to give us a little synopsis or something? Do you want to give us? Because I would love that to talk about it if you'd like.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. So the way this book works is that there's 51 powerful P's, and there's various sections. So like the first power position is preparation. I don't know if you can see that. Preparation. So behind preparation are a number of the powerful P's. So there's one that's planning. Planning is key. Pretending. Sometimes you have to pretend because you don't necessarily know how to do it yourself. So you look at people. You can look on YouTube, or you can have favorite people, and you pretend until and mimic them until you're able to actually have that particular area of speaking down pat. And so pizzazz is one that's not in the first portion, but I'm just saying that's one too. But you have to also know, like, what is it that you prefer? So there's all different kind of speaking styles, and depending on the event, you pick which style you want to use. But even if you pick what style, then it's a matter of, are you going to do stories? Are you going to be an educational person, motivational, inspirational, a factual person? Like, there's all these different types of things that once you have a resource for this, you are able to understand who you are and actually identify your speaker's identity. Like what is your speaking style or identity? So I use identity more than style because they both have their place. But identity is then where, people will know what to expect, or they will know that they cannot know what to expect. Like Emily said with me at the women's summit, and every time she's seen me speak, is that she comes with a fire, but you don't know if she's going to, jump off the stage. Is she going to do a dance? Is she going to like be in your face about something? Is she going to give you a high five? Is she going to run around the room like when you were here? When we have a breakthrough, Angel, like we were just running around the room, like you never know what's going to happen. But it is where you're going to get something that it will stick with you for sure.
Yeah. And with you, it always seems like what we're moving towards, even out of the book, because seeing the book, reading the book, and being able to go through the book is that there's a lot of what you're doing is how do we come up with permanent behaviors, and that we instantly have and it's effortlessly and instantly that we go, oh, I get it. And that's one thing about you and how you ignite the person that you're in front of. And I've seen this, you do this all the time to other people because you have such a beautiful way of doing it where you ignite their gifts within them and it helps them. But they think they came up with it. But you're the one that helped them. And I said that at the beginning because Krystylle actually coached me and I never really used some of that stuff. I didn't. I did, but then I went off on this other tangent. And, if I would have done that, it would have been a different thing years and years and years ago to about now. However, every coach, everybody, every book, everything has its time and place.
Right. Yes.
Yes.
And you did do some things, but it's that whole adage of doing the things that make you uncomfortable are the things that sometimes make you grow. And so a plant doesn't necessarily want to push up on the dirt. Like that's not necessarily comfortable going through the dirt. I just rather just stay under the dirt. Or I have some plants that are actually have been in our family since before I was born. And so this year I'll be 59. So the plants are like 70 some years old and they're in my baby pictures. And so it a part of the leaf comes up and it's curled. And if you peel it away to help it come out, then it just lives a shriveled life. But if you just leave it alone and let it go ahead and do the uncomfortable thing, and it's uncomfortable to see it struggling sometimes, but just let it happen, the leaves come out bigger than your head. They do. And so just the massiveness that we can have if we do those things that are uncomfortable sometimes is what partly, what this book is about too. These exercises, some of the things in here, people might be like, I've never done that before, or I've done a little bit. I'm a seasoned speaker, but there's still things that you can work on even if you're a seasoned speaker.
Absolutely. Yes, because the way that you perceive, the way that you wrote it, it's different because I've gone through and I am still in with a speaker coach right now that I see every week. And we go through things and yours was like, oh, I didn't look at it that way. Oh, okay. And that's what I've always loved about you too, is because you have a way of looking at things and then giving it in a way, the delivery. It's very nurturing, very like, but it's not that rah, 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 where you're like, wait, too much.
Right. Yeah. And everybody has their own style. And with this book, you can develop your own style. Even with the 51, there's still ways that you can metamorphosize it. That's one of my words I love, that you can metamorphosize what's here and make it your own.
Beautiful. So do we want to go to another and give them a little bit, another snapshot?
Sure. So one of the things that we have in here is this, it's a book, but it's a partial workbook as well. So as you go through it has where, I teach various lessons in the beginning. And then, for instance, this is page 30. It has powerful practice groupings. So this says powerful practice groupings. And what you can do is pick 3 of the P's that you've come across before you got to this particular page. and just see how you do with it as far as scoring yourself with the usage of it. And so you can do it, or you can also give this scoring sheet to other people and have them score you on those 3 particular things. And part of it too, you can make a game of, they may know that there's, by this time, it maybe has been maybe 10 or 15 of the P's. Maybe see if they can guess which ones you're amplifying. So there's lots of different ways that you can use this by yourself, but also use it with other people, and even make a game out of it of perfecting. So if I say perfecting, that's I'm over pronouncing it, or maybe I'm putting some extra emphasis on it. So pronounce is one of the ones that's in here too. So it's ways that you can really have fun with learning how to be a better speaker.
And I know that's one of the things about you too, is that you just love to have fun. You really do. And that's one thing you're learning, but you're having fun with Krystylle. Well, and with me too. You're going to have fun as we go along the way. It's just the way
Right. Yeah. So yeah, there's things in, some of the stories I tell in here, I have to actually laugh at myself. I laugh at myself all the time. In some of my Facebook posts, the one story is like, I'm trying to go across the rocks and I'm like falling flat on my face. And people are like, oh my gosh, but were you okay? I'm like, yes, I was okay. What'd you say?
Because you just got back from a major service. You really helped those people and showed up in such a beautiful way.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in Kenya and in London. And so we did a lot with we did some things with the United Nations, with the Lions Club, and with my organization, Life Innovation Global, as well as we were there with CGC, Congress for Global Communication. So, and the GPP, there were like all these different organizations together that were doing things to serve and help people, as well as help children. And it was just wonderful. All of the different service days that we did. It was a really an amazing experience. Plus, I got to speak at a number of universities, colleges, and businesses related to innovation.
Oh, beautiful. Wow, you really were able to just make your mark over there.
Yeah. So a number of them have this book, and a number of them have my innovation book too.
Yeah, I didn't mean like make your mark, because that's not where you are or I am. That's not it. But it's you were able to serve in a really bigger way. And that was like 3 weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was gone from the 1st through the 17th or 18th. So yeah, about 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks. Yeah.
Almost 3 weeks. Yeah.
It was a lot to be gone that long.
That is a lot.
Because we were busy every single moment of the day. So it was really, it was amazing. It was amazing.
Oh, fabulous. Now I want to just reiterate to everybody that go on to Amazon, please go ahead and purchase the book. I don't have links right here, but I will get the links. I know, but just go in and get in Krystylle's name. Go ahead and just go to LadyKrystylleRichardson.com. That's even better and probably easier, right?
Yeah, KrystylleRichardson.com. You can get the link. You can go to the books tab on KrystylleRichardson.com, and the link to purchase it is there.
Fabulous. It's easy. And, that's the thing, is we want it to be easy for everyone so that they can just go right on and grab it and be done. Right. Absolutely. And it will help you. And that's the thing. It will really help you to get your speaker and see things in a different way. Do we want to do one more? But we only have a few more minutes. Is there anything else?
So I talked about picking the 3, but also there's areas on here, for instance, prime time points. So when you're in prime time, which that means like you're actually doing the speaking on stage, there's a list of do's and don'ts there for you. And then there's also various areas where you can write your stories. So based on whatever it is that you're practicing, you write the stories based on your life that pertain to that particular area. And there's also areas right here that have various steps for challenges. Like, you can challenge yourself, but you can also, like I said, have where you share this with other people and have them challenge you as well. This is a really great book to have as using it as a group, or you can do it in the comfort of your own home by yourself.
That's beautiful, beautiful. And I think one of the biggest ones that is a no that you do not do on stage is what? And I'm doing it right now.
Pointing.
Don't be pointing.
I'm like, what? What? Oh my gosh, I should know this. No.
You do not point at people.
Right. Right. Yeah.
I just thought that was funny. So
it's in the book, actually. So
it is in the book. You don't point, you invite.
Right.
You invite.
Mm-hmm. Or if you want to speak to people, you know, so you look at this group or that, you can use your whole hand, but it's not like, you know, like this.
Right. It's like this. Right. And you don't want to step back. I think that was one of them. You don't want to step back. You always want to be stepping forward.
Right.
And then there's different places. I remember that too.
Right.
Because I was taught that, but how you put it was different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So hopefully everyone feels the same as I do, and the people that have already reviewed the book and are purchasing the book, and you know, all the great comments that are coming back. But I do need your Amazon reviews, because people are sending me comments. But I'm like, I need you to go put that on Amazon or on Barnes and Noble somewhere.
Just somewhere that would be good. So please, if you see this, go ahead and purchase the book, and then you're a verified user. Because Amazon, they don't like when you just put a review on and you didn't buy it. They won't put it on there. So go ahead and do that. And go through and see if you want to get a group. Because I know there's many of you, because many of you are speakers that are watching. And even if you're not a speaker, this is wonderful. If you're not a speaker, if you're just going to an 8 to 5, it doesn't matter. You are speaking probably in front of people.
Right.
So this will help you to hone that. And then you have Krystylle's information and you can reach out to her. Mm-hmm. And you have a lot of things going on that people can get involved with.
Right. Right. And even in relation to this book, there's some things that are going to be launching related to the 51. So there's going to be some other things we'll be talking about, you know, not just the readers clubs and book clubs. We are going to be doing readers groups, but an application, and part of it is Emerge Media Experience, the speaking portion of Emerge Media Experience. But there's lots of ways that you can use this, and with various types of groups. So it's not just speaking in front of people like big groups. It could be you have a PowerPoint presentation just to one person, and this can help you. And it could help you to get a raise or a promotion too when you have better speaking skills.
And that's what I was saying, is even if you're at a 9 to 5, viewers, you know, it's be really great for you to go on, get this book, go ahead and start to read it, give the review when you're done, and then reach out to Krystylle and see if she has more education, not just on this, because let me tell you, she does. She has lots of education about how to help yourself inside to grow and self-develop and to help you out.
Awesome. I really appreciate you, Angel.
Appreciate you too, and for coming on. And is there any other lasting, because I love you, and that's why I'm having you here. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, I would just like to say thank you to Dawn Publishing for helping to get this out into the world, and also to Don Green right here, who wrote the foreword. He's the executive director of the Napoleon Hill Foundation. We always have a ball. He's a hoot when we get on the phone talking about various things, and then he sends his review, and he sends personal notes that he writes, and like all different kind of things. And so I really, really love Don and Dawn. And so I wanted to just personally thank them on here, and thank God just for aligning me with wonderful people like you that want to help me get this book out.
You are so welcome. And you know, I did catch Don this morning. He is a hoot, because I caught him. He was a hoot. And we like hoots. We like to laugh. And I hope you do too. You are so welcome, Krystylle, and anything else that you need. But viewers, also reach out if you're like, you know, I want to learn how to communicate in a different way, because that's really what this is. It's not just public speaking. It's communicating and using that. Yeah, just hold it up there. And, you know, and it's beautiful. Hold it up there for a second so I can take a picture, and I'm going to do,
Okay.
There you go. There you go. Right there's perfect. Click. All right, got you. This is awesome. Any words of wisdom for the last? And this is gonna, and we're gonna say goodbye.
Yeah, I'd just like to say thank you once again. And just everyone remember, you can be a great and powerful public speaker. You just have to believe that you can and study and apply the methods. You can be powerful as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Krystylle.
Thank you.
So appreciate you. And remember to change your mindset, energize your life, and shine on. Till I see you next time. Bye.